Mud Island River Park is one of the more interesting spots around the city. As much as I've enjoyed flying my FPV drones when no one is out there, many people are convinced it's completely abandoned, making me wonder, did Memphis abandon Mud Island? Well, if you're interested in desolate and forgotten places, make sure that you're subscribed to American Abandoned. Now let's talk about Mud Island River Park in Memphis, Tennessee. Before it opened as the river park we know today, the land was home to the downtown Memphis airport. That was before the new bridge was constructed. But that's ancient history in the terms of Memphis lore. While the river park is in shambles today, it was originally opened in 1982 and was host to some really intriguing features, all of them noteworthy in their own right. My personal favorite is the hydraulic-powered replica of the entire Mississippi River that's 2,000 feet long and adorned with history markers all along the way. The part that makes it really cool to me is the scale map of the cities along the river, and yes, Memphis is well represented here. The hydraulic portion was intended to replicate the real river water level within the scale model. But there's no water in there, I hear you say. Yeah, the pumps have been down for so long that everyone has a different memory of that time frame. I just know I never had a chance to see it work. At the end of the Scale River, you get to see the water flow out into the Gulf. People once swam out here when it was full of fresh, clean water, bright and blue, while overlooking the city. This is also home to the world-famous Memphis sign so many travelers take photos with. It's sad that they have to walk through a ghost town to get to it. Nearby, the currently abandoned Mud Island Amphitheater has a killer backdrop of the city skyline. Patrons would often park across the river and either walk the bridge or take the single monorail from downtown to Mud Island before entering the 5,000-seat concrete arena. While I'm sure the acoustics weren't the greatest, the atmosphere would have more than made up for it. Notable performers out there were Bob Dylan, Journey, and even Eric Clapton, just to name a few. However, the last performance was way back in 2018. Not forever ago, but quite some time at this point. Currently, there's a drive to have a Save the Amphitheater festival planned, but the details are so scarce that I hesitate to believe that it'll actually happen. But I have seen crazier things in Memphis. People who want to visit the desolate park can still walk the Sky Bridge, but the monorail is down and out. It's most likely a historical icon at this point, as the only person who could even work on it had to travel in via a boat plane to do repairs when it was even open and operational. Now this is where my journey to document Mud Island River Park took a wild turn. I was going to film through the doors of the museum entrance when I noticed they were unchained. So of course, I walked in and made my way to the second floor. And that's where I met Catherine Hicks and Marvin Stockwell of the BVO Experience, or the Baron von Opperbein and the River of Time Experience, and I was taken on a journey myself. These folks have taken the defunct museum that was on the island and are turning it into a live interactive experience like I've never seen. They're making use of the existing ships that were part of the exhibits. Oh yeah, did you know that there are scale models of riverboats inside the building on Mud Island? Because I didn't. Either way, when the question comes up, did Memphis abandon Mud Island? Kind of. As it is, it's hard to see the city being willing to spend a lot of money to bring it back, but there are people still doing their part to keep the dream alive. Mahogany Restaurant is open, and I've made reservations to go check it out. BVO Experience is coming, and I'm certainly going to go check it out when it's ready. I do hope that there's a music fest to help save the amphitheater, but only time will tell what fate awaits the Mud Island River Park in Memphis, Tennessee.